fighting out. Can't be one until you're real for me. Try not to damage us. I can't be me till we work out if we belong. I've been cutting halos, you won't come back. You got me talking to your shadow. Hello, are you there? Maybe we could work something out. We could just figure out where all of this comes from. Take me back to the time where every single minute counts. When all of this matters. Let me lay you up. All we gotta do is try again. Take my hand and we'll be over this. Talk to me about anything you want. No, this silly what we're fighting out. Can't be one until you're real for me. Try not to damage us. I can't be me till we work out if we belong. I've been cutting halos, you won't come back. You got me talking to your shadow. Hello, are you there? Maybe we could work something out. We could just figure out where all of this comes from. Take me back to the time where every single minute counts. When all of this matters. Let me lay you up. All we gotta do is try again. All we gotta do is try again.
There we go. Welcome everybody to another IGL casting stream. Tonight we've got 3 US East 3v3 matchups, and if you notice that the setup is a little bit different, that's because it is. We're using, finally, this bad boy here in the back, or rather to my side. Finally got a graphics card for it, and a BenQ monitor just came in from Amazon earlier today. So got it all hooked up. I love it so far, and I'm glad that I'm able to test it tonight. So if things are a little bit wonky, especially towards the beginning as I kind of get things figured out, that would be why, because I didn't have a whole lot of time to kind of mess with configurations and all of that, and it seems that my internet is still poo-poo, so we'll probably get some drop frames here and there, but that's okay. It's nothing a lot of us aren't used to anyways. But our first match, as you probably saw, but I'll show the graphic again, is Empyre Fyrestorm and Pure Dumb Luck. Now, Empyre Fyrestorm, we've had them on stream before. I don't believe we've had Pure Dumb Luck at any point. So they're making their A-Wash stream debut tonight. Let's see how they stack up. For Pure Dumb Luck, they're currently 2-1. Now, this disclaimer, this is a bye-week match, so both of these teams only have 3 games played at the moment. On Pure Dumb Luck, they are 2-1, 22 goals for, a 55% game win percentage. Pretty favorable coming into the final 2 weeks of the circuit. We've got Barar, Westfort 21, Tank Hitman, and Dina 8, or DNA 8, DNA, maybe. I'm not sure. We'll find out. But they started off their circuit with a 3-1 win over Golden Colossus, and then, or Golden Coliseum. I can't actually read that. I just assumed. Let's check what it actually is. Golden Colossi. Okay, so I was wrong both times. They got a 3-1 win over Golden Colossi. They had a forfeit loss against the Risky Biscuit. Unfortunate there. But then they had a big win, a 3-1 win over T5 Tyrants. So it puts them at 2-1. Week number 2, kind of not their fault. We'll see if they can go 3-1 for the circuit. It looks like they've got 2 bye week matches. So they're a bit lucky there, and they have a lot of flexibility. But this is the first of 2 that they are having played before the end of the circuit. But let's not leave out Empyre Fyrestorm at all. For this side, we've got J-Red, we've got Mac Miller, we've got Unafraid Path 95, Super Kraka, and Preda Fox. Now, it doesn't look like Super Kraka, or actually, I'm sorry, Super Kraka has played. I was going to say maybe they haven't because they don't have stats. But they do have that .33 saves, or I'm sorry, yes, saves per game. So we definitely have something for them. It wasn't a great showing from them, but they were there. They're always an option off the bench. But it looks like Unafraid Path, probably Preda and probably Jay. There's a lot of very weird stats on this team. I'm not really sure what to entirely make of it. Mac Miller seems to be very good on defense, as is Unafraid Path. Preda as well, above a save per game. But we're going to look for Unafraid Path to score a lot of their goals. Over 1.5 goals per game. And for Preda, it's 0.88, so the second in the pack on the offense. Now, Empyre Fyrestorm, they're 1-2, so they're hoping to break even after the night is done. They had a forfeit win over Empyre Knights, a team that was supposed to be on... It was a match that was supposed to be on this stream, but Empyre Knights ended up disbanding. Unfortunate there. But then they lost the T5 Tyrants, and that is a team that Pure Dumb Luck managed to win. So it's a little bit of... It's something that we can kind of make a prediction based off of. If we had to go based off of it, Empyre Fyrestorm, probably going to lose. But we'll see. Net 6 and Chill, they won 3-1 over Empyre Fyrestorm as well. So there has not been a real win for Empyre Fyrestorm yet this circuit. We'll see if maybe they can get it tonight. To answer your question, Purple, that is a great question. It is a Tier 5 Division 24 matchup. So your Plat 3s and Diamond 1s, if I'm not mistaken. Cool. Just sent out the lobby info to both of the captains. I'm sure we'll be getting them in here pretty soon. But I am absolutely loving the new setup at the moment. I've got 2 more monitors that are coming in. Hopefully sometime next week. The payment was taking a little bit to go through, so that's something. Just gotta deal with it. But right now I'm using a TV, so I still have dual monitors. Hopefully we'll have 3 soon, and that'll be exciting. And then next Saturday, we're getting gigabit, a fiber connection. So that'll be awesome for streaming, because then we won't have any more of these drop frames, hopefully. And then my PC can go to work and do everything it needs to and transmit it to all you beautiful people. Hopefully. We'll see if it actually happens. I really hope it does. Prada Fox, also thank you for the follow. Sorry I missed you there. Got that follow in before the stream, or maybe right as the stream went live. Maybe a little bit before. I'm not sure when I went live. But it was close. We've got one team in here, and it looks like it's Empyre Fyrestorm that we've gotten here first. And the another disclaimer that the the graphical detail in Rocket League today is going to be a lot better than it normally is. I have used a lot better settings than I have been using in the past, so the game will look a lot cleaner. I can already see the particles coming from the grass on the pitch, which I totally forgot that happens. So but looks like J-Rod, Mac Miller, and Prada Fox are going to be the ones starting. No signs of their star striker. At least not yet. Hopefully we'll get... Maybe we'll see them on the pitch if it seems like Empyre can't really get any goals going. But for now, we'll just wait on pure dumb luck to hopefully get in the lobby soon so we can get this match underway. And we do have 3 IGL matches that we're covering tonight. The second one at 8 p.m. Central is going to be Paul's Day Off versus Shuriken Esports Kamikaze. And I know for sure we've had Kamikaze on the stream not that long ago. Paul's Day Off, I know I have DM history with Cody, so I believe I had him on before. Can't exactly remember when. But then at 9:30, so I made a mistake, and I thought we had a match at 8:45, but we don't. I forgot to cancel it after the requester asked me to. But then at 9:30 Central, we're going to have Escape Velocity Atlas versus Mafia Pink. And if Escape Velocity Atlas wins, we will get a solo interview with none other than Tortuga. Should be some very exciting stuff. But what's also very exciting is that we have both teams on the pitch. They're ready to go. So now we can look at Empyre Fyrestorm versus Pure Dumb Luck. And I will jack up the game's audio a little bit. Actually, that is pretty quiet to begin with. We'll put it at 100% for now. We'll see what happens. Let me know if you can even hear it. Tortuga's not going to be on. That is a shame. That's not what I want to hear, Purple. We're supposed to get the solo interview. But enough talk about Tortuga for now. Let's pay attention to both of the teams that are on the pitch. Even Stevens through the first 45 seconds, but Empyre Fyrestorm trying to put on some pressure on the orange side, and a big 50 is going to go all the way down the other way. That is too loud. All right, I'll turn it down a little bit more, and I'll turn my mic up a bit as well, because that might help with it. Let me know if that's better, Purple. Split game stream when? Hey, I'm planning to stream it on Saturday when we have our community night. So I've got a IGL match that I'll be casting right before then, but the plan is to go right into community night after that. So I've got it downloaded, just waiting to play it. Pure Dumb Luck in search of a second goal as it falls to Goat J, and it goes off the crossbar. So close for them to getting their second. But they're going to try to keep the ball in this blue half. It's good pressure so far. Empyre Fyrestorm struggling to get out of their own half. Defensive positioning, not their forte, it seems like. Mac Miller sends one out to midfield, and it'll force Deli and Leo to retreat. Breda going up for it, but they don't have the touch. Deli's going to be the first to it. And it's a good beat from Goat. Deli goes up, tries to get the read off the backboard. Doesn't quite happen. There were some typos in the book that they were reading. And Leo gets demoed some. Deli is the one responsible with getting the ball away, but Goat does respawn and get to it. The miss at midfielder from Jay could cause problems, and Goat Jay is going to bring it all the way down. And that'll be 2-0 for pure dumb luck. Goat Jay, 2 goals. It looks like they're the better Jay on the field at the moment. We'll see if J-Rod can turn it up in the later stages of this series and show why it's not as clear-cut as I'm making it seem. Oh, Mac Miller's gonna be credited with Empyre Fyrestorm's first goal. Got to the ball first on the sidewall, cutting in front of J-Rud, and it is a massive redirect off of one of the pure dumb luck players. And 2-1 is now the scoreline. A little bit fortunate for Empyre Fyrestorm, but a goal is a goal. They will absolutely take that one. It could just get them started, get some momentum, some confidence going in this series, but Breda's going to get blown out of the water. Completely eliminated from the field. It makes their transition from defense to offense a little bit more difficult. Go to the corner, and there's a player up, and Deli gets their first goal of this series. They already had 1 assist, and now they're on the other end. Goat J, this time the creator, putting it to the top corner. Deli there with the F1 banner, slamming it down, and it's back to a 2-goal lead for pure dumb luck. It's a great response to a really unfortunate setback, but that one's not going to be as unfortunate. That's just going to be a great shot from Preda from just right at midfield. I believe that was Deli that was coming in from the side. It was so close. Unfortunately, they just didn't get that final turn that they needed to be able to get that touch and push it away from the goal. But it's a great shot from Preda, just out of reach out of the defender, and Empyre Fyrestorm back at the 1-goal deficit. Certainly manageable at this stage. I think it's an encouraging sign given the way that their season has gone up to this point. 2 losses and a forfeit win. It's been difficult to build any sort of momentum, especially when the forfeit win splits the 2 losses. So not even back-to-back weeks of playing. You got 1 week and then a week where you might have been ready and then the game got canceled. And then a week where you ended up losing. So it's not exactly been great timing for all of these things to happen to them. But they still do have half of their season. They've got 1 game in the win column. If they could take a couple more, they possibly could sneak into this playoff places. Leo on the sidewall, trying to get it past the blue defense. It's an okay touch from Empyre Fyrestorm, but nobody can really get to the ball right now. Oh, it's a good shot, but it's blocked away by Mac Miller. Preda Fox was also there, and they might be the one that has to get the clearance all the way over the halfway line. They're successful. Mac Miller going to pressure early, pushes it to the middle. Preda's up for it. It's off the ceiling. There's not going to be a follow-up from a blue player immediately. Oh, and J-Rud, the back pass. It's not great. Oh, it's going to go all the way through, and J-Rud hands pure dumb luck another goal, returning the favor from earlier when Empyre Fyrestorm got their first goal off of a major redirect from an orange player. You scratch my back, I'll scratch yours. And the 2-goal lead restored for pure dumb luck. Go sending this down, and it is going to be a hat trick for Goat J. 2 assists to their name as well, involved in every goal that PDL has had so far. Mac Miller, very close to getting that touch, but flipped forward when they really should have flipped backwards. Really unfortunate situation for them and for Empyre Fyrestorm to find themselves in. But pure dumb luck going to take game number 1. Some fortunate plays here and there. Empyre Fyrestorm, I think they just need to get the nerves out of the way. A couple of these plays really should have been theirs. A couple of these goals could have been denied if the play had just been a little bit cleaner. But I'm not sure that this, well, Empyre Fyrestorm, only 1 shot on net. That's not great. They obviously managed to get 2 goals out of only having 1 shot, which is something. But obviously the main culprit is just the defensive positioning. There were 7 shots. They had 3 saves, but still allowed 5 goals. Or, I'm sorry, 8 shots, got 3 saves. But the other 5 goals going in. So it's incredible shooting from pure dumb luck. And not exactly the greatest defensive showing from Empyre Fyrestorm. But as these teams start to settle, I assume that this will change. I'm having a stroke? Am I? Why do you say that? I sure hope I'm not. All I'm trying to do is update this scoreboard so that we know exactly who won that first game. If it's because of the dropped frames, we can't get the words out. Well, if it's because of the drop frames, that's not my fault. Hopefully that'll be fixed in a week's time. But we do the best that we can, and oh my goodness, it is so close. What I might actually do, Purple, is before your match, I might restart the stream, lower my bitrate, because I imagine that one of my settings on Streamlabs may not have been exactly correct, so we'll see if maybe that'll help. But Bolt's coming in with the raid. Welcome everybody. Bolt's, I hope you had a great stream. We've got our first IGL match, and Empyre Fyrestorm, they're off to a fantastic start as J. Rudd buries it. That will be their first goal of this whole circuit. And if you remember from our roster comparison earlier, J. Rudd had 0 goals to their name across 2 games that they potentially could have played in. But this is a much better start from Fyrestorm. For the first minute, they've managed to hold out pure dumb luck. Not to mean that there's not more goals to come, but the fact that they've gotten into the lead first is already a promising sign. Bolts, I need to find out when we're scrimming you again. It's been a while since we've gone head to head. Deli has to retreat on this one as Preda is threatening just by bringing the ball downfield. J-Red is looking for their second goal. This one's going to go over Mac Miller, Leo, and Goat J trying to combine. Go passes it down, and unfortunately it was just a little bit too far behind Leo. Couldn't make any contact. Mac Miller sends it to Leo. Looking for Goat J, and they're going to go for the demo on Preda. Try to open up the opportunity, and it's another shot on target. J-Rud, I'm sorry, Goat J, the other J on the pitch, looking for so many chances. Preda's able to get to that ball before Goat J is, but their orange team's still going to have possession. And it's going to be a big clear from Mac Miller. Deli does well to put it into the corner. Oh, and that's not great from Leo, putting it right into a dangerous area. Like, a bit lucky that there was an opponent just waiting there to put it into the goal. Leo on the retreat once again. Pops it over 1. Gets bumped by their teammates. They're not going to really have a great chance to get it past 2. The teammate continuing to bump them. Some sort of special team play. A special tactic that maybe they've got going on here. We've seen a lot of the physical play start to come out in game number 2. Certainly more chances for it than in the last game, but Deli catches this one off of Goatj's touch. Goatj tried coming back for it again, but Deli's tiny flick is more than enough to get it past 2 defenders and into the net. Well placed bottom corner, all tied up between these 2 sides. Had a great streamcast of match. It went to game 5. That's awesome. Always love a game 5s. Yesterday we had 3 in a row. I think our 4th one didn't go to game 5. We had 3 best of 5s in a row. It was crazy. But Leo doing their best to make sure that this one will not be a best of 5. Bringing Pure Dumb Luck back into the lead with less than 2 minutes remaining. Starting to find ways through the Empyre defense. Goatj. Oh, look for the bump on Prada. It was very close. Leo with the pop-up over Mac. Is there going to be a follow-up? It's wide. Jay, can they complete the transition going downfield? They slowed down a little bit to make sure that they had ball control. One more touch inside, but Prada is a little bit too far forward. Mac was off to the side. If they would have had a player waiting in midfield, it could have been a beautiful chance to drill one towards the net. Dele from the corner, and it's going to be an own goal for Pure Dumb Luck. Prada pushing it towards the corner. It gets intercepted, then Goat continues with it. Dele gets the touch. I assume that they were just trying to get power to hit it around so that they didn't have to try to catch it on the ground. But unfortunately for them, it has gone straight into their net. A crazy angle. If they were on offense, we'd be very excited for the insanity that just came from the precision. But the team plays, the own goals, they're back and forth. We saw this last game. Empyre got their first goal from an own goal. Later in the game, they gave one to Pure Dumb Luck as well. And the exact same thing happened for Fyrestorm. It's becoming a bad habit. They need to break out of it. They signed a bad contract somewhere. They shouldn't have to be doing this. And that looks like it's going to be number 4 for Goatj. Continuing their goal-scoring streak from last game. They got 1. Now they've got another 2 assists to their name. 4 goals and 4 assists in 2 games. Goatj is looking like the GOAT for Pure Dumb Luck right now. And surely looking like the better J on the field. But Prada will pull one back with 40 seconds left. We'll see if it's enough. Looks like there was a miscommunication on the kickoff. Both players that were closer to it getting there late. And Prada made no mistake putting it into the back of the net. Can they find one more? The offense has been a lot better from Empyre. In a way, I guess. They've gotten more goals. Not sure that they were creating more opportunities or more quality opportunities. But certainly the defense is the main culprit here. As Deli's able to hit this one from almost a sidewall. And for Empyre Fyrestorm, their rotation is surely out of whack. As they just cannot seem to get solid touches on the ball. They can't seem to have somebody in the net when it matters the most. And for Fyrestorm, if I'm not mistaken, they do have several players that are below tier 5. Let's see if I can confirm that. Jay and Unafraid are both tier 6. So Prada and Mac both tier 5. And for Pure Dumb Luck, not really sure who's who. because the names are different. But that's okay. Oh, I know why now. Because they're playing a different game. Yeah, just figured that out, Leo. On my end, it said that it was pure dumb luck, but I just looked at the Fyrestorm schedule, looked at their week match, and found out that this is actually you guys. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get some overlays for you, real quick. Is that it looks like it's right, at least. Let's see. That would explain why the other captain never responded to my messages. So, well, at least get into spectator mode while I try to get some of these. It shouldn't be too hard. Let's see. And okay, that was quick. Goche gets another, continuing a fine a fine trend for them. 3 consecutive games getting on the scoreboard. So there we go. Now we've got Spiral Rebellion, the actual team that is playing tonight. So, and I'll send a quick message to the captain IA. Okay, so there we go. We've got everything sorted out. Sent a message to the other captains, apologizing for the messages that they didn't need. And Goche, 2 goals, first 40 seconds. Doesn't look like Rebellion is going to be changing their game plan at all. But this time they've gotten on the board a lot earlier. This series could be over fairly soon if Rebellion are able to get a couple more on the board. Deli takes a shot looking for the left side. Doesn't find it. Stupid Cracker is there to make sure that it rolls off target. Miscommunication between the Empyre players on who is going to pick that one up. Going for the shot. And it is a quick hat trick for Goat J. Leo puts it off the backboard, and Goat with a great turn. Sliding it past Prada Fox, who is stuck facing forward in the net. Couldn't get turned around in time. And Prada going to find one. It's a step in the right direction as Empyre Fyrestorm attempt... Oh, excuse me. As they attempt to drag themselves back into this series, they're going to need at least 2 more to force overtime. 3 obviously would be ideal with the amount of time that they have. But at least if they get 2, they'll have all the bonus time for ET. Leo in search of the 4th, though. Oh, miss. A miss at the front post. A missed touch also at the front post. Double commits, and it's a shot on target. I believe that was Goat J who's looking for the steal and to look for their 4th goal. They surely want that. They want to be the MVP for the week. They want to get as many goals on the board as they possibly can. But it is Delhi who gets credited with that one. Back to 3 goals needed for Empyre. Delhi looking to make it 4, and it's a big touch from the blue side. Leo keeping it in the blue half. Empyre is just really late to a lot of these challenges. Rebellion is basically able to do as they please. And there's been hesitation, miscommunication for Empyre Fyrestorm. The play on defense has not been fluid. And coupled with missed touches and unfortunate plays earlier in the series, it has not been Empyre's day for sure. Delhi, the light touch to Goche. Goes for a touch off the wall, but it's Preda Fox who's going to be there first. Goche picks it up, gets a bump on Preda Fox, but Preda gets not into a position where they can have some momentum going forward. Get a strong 50 right here on the sidewall. Who's coming in? It's Mac Miller, and it's going to be sent all the way down. Preda had no boost. Couldn't flip into it. And a bit of a pinch clearance for Leo. First goal of this game for Rebellion that Jay wasn't involved in, as Delhi is the one credited with the assist. But unless a miracle happens, Empyre Fyrestorm going to be out of this one. It's really not been their day. The opposition has been tough. They've looked very good on offense, particularly Goat J. But the missed touches and the missed plays come back to haunt Empyre again and again. But they will have plenty to work on heading into the final week of IGL Summer 2021 circuit. They've got a little bit more than a minute to take what they can. Go gets a demo on Preda. Leo looking for the touch towards the sidewall. Almost got a pinch on the wall to keep him moving forward. It was assisted by Goat. And it's up to the bottom, or to the opposite corner by Mac Miller. Super Cracker looking to come and not able to get a touch. Preda does the same. Empyre struggling to get the ball away. The big touches, they keep on going to the corner. Sometimes they just need to boot it downfield. As long as it's not, as long as it's downfield and to the sides, it is okay. And if they, I would say the wall plays are okay, but they don't have a lot of momentum getting behind these saves, so it's hard for them to follow them up. Rebellion is doing a great job at capitalizing and just keeping the ball in the blue half, putting on as much pressure. Surprising that they haven't been able to find a 6th goal at this stage. But at this point, it won't matter. They've got a 4-goal lead with 4 seconds left. And Spiral Rebellion going to take this series in sweeping fashion. And that'll be a 6-1 for the road. Who else but Goat J to put it in? Their 4th goal. And that will be the end of our first series of the night. Pure dumb luck, taking down Empyre Fyrestorm 3-0. A rough one for Fyrestorm. Only 1 shot on target as they really struggle to get out of their half. But no, Purple, you can't spell. Pogchamo? How dare you? How dare you insult Pogchamp like that? But cool. Let me get this off of my schedule. That's gonna be one of your emotes, PogChamo. Okay, so explain to me why Tortuga's not gonna be here today. Did you ever throw those clips up on TikTok? No, not yet. I promise they're coming. I've got all of them. I've got all the clips saved. I just need to get your game them, and then put them up. Promise. He has work at 6? That sucks. Welp. Hopefully they're able to... Well, hopefully we'll be able to catch you all again, because we still need that solo interview with Tortuga. It's like the thing I'm looking forward to the most with the rest of the circuit is Tortuga having the solo interview of his life. But this is always next week. Didn't want to stay up too late. That's fair enough. I can respect that part. It'll happen? Good. Good. Oops. Cool. Yeah. Well, we can start getting overlays ready for the next match. Had a stroke on stream once. Oof. I'd be concerned about it because he's old. But we all we all go through that at some point. Our brain or even the game is just moving faster than we can talk. You get all twisted. Awesome. I think it's all done. Yeah. Da-da. Okay, cool. I think we can play a couple games before we talk about our next one. Do some extra modes. Yeah, let's do extra modes. What do we want to do? I don't know what happened with Streamlabs right there, but that was concerning. No idea what happened there, but let's play Rumble. I feel like, for whatever reason, I feel like playing Rumble today. I guess I'll need my... Oops. There we go. Need my controller to be plugged in. This is what content's gonna happen, Purple. Getting some Rumble in it. I don't know why it's taking so long. It's Rumble. People are always playing Rumble. All right, let's do it. Whew, game looks beautiful. No, I'm not playing on this. Just troll the whole defense by sitting in there now with the tornado. A good bump. Oh, what? What are you doing? Oh, there we go. That's kind of my fault for hitting it crossbar. My goodness. That probably wasn't my teammates that did that, but that was close. booted me right into it. Oh, back post! Oh my goodness. Let's go. Easy peasy. It's ya boy Craig. You lost. How's it feel? Ooh, spikes. Too easy. I kind of gave it a dangerous position anyways. It's pretty rare that somebody is able to use Storms that close to the goal. Oh, I've got spikes to probably pick up a good boost. Oh no! Gotta be patient when you've got spikes. That probably would have been an okay spot to use. Oh my god. What a mess. Bread. My team is cracked? I know. Making it easy for me. But the other team's not too bad. Blocking a lot of good opportunities. Let's go, Craig. Yes. I could get it with the spins. Whew. Cool. Diamond 3, Div 4. Close to champ. Yeah, so this will be the last game I do, and then I'll go get some water, and then we'll be ready for our second match for the night. And after that one, I'll probably restart my computer, restart the stream, lower the bitrate. Maybe the picture will come in a little bit better. Until my until my fiber gigabit internet connection is here. Oh no! That would have been awesome if I had scored that. It would have been totally clip worthy. Uh oh. Nice, Kevin. Once. He had the super strong power up. He used a spice before he knew he was gonna get the ball. Oh. I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced. Oh my. I had to cancel the third one. Purple. If I said second, that's my bad. But I was gonna have one, like, start 45 minutes before yours. But I remember when I went to message captains before the stream, it was then that I realized that guy, or the captain, had messaged me to cancel the match because they're gonna have somebody from their org cast it, or from the other team's org cast it instead, and I just forgot to cancel it, so it's on my mind. That's okay. All good. Oh no. Let's go. The dribble plays, baby. Yoink. And yet, you thought. Let's go. Uh-oh. Oh, he turned away from it? Oh no! Kevin! You failed me. Kevin has failed me. What? Poppins. He left? What's his deal? All right. Dang, hit me with the boot. There we go. I hit it right to him. Yes. A little ground pinch with the boxing glove. Oh no. Alrighty. I will grab water real quick. Yeah. 2v3, unfortunate. I'm gonna go grab water real quick. I'll be right back. This stream sponsored by Clorox, so you can keep your desk clean. I wish. Alright. Camera. Alright. Let me make next level real quick. Go. Cool, cool, cool. Oh, whoops. I needed that. Awesome. So our next matchup is going to be Paul's Day Off versus Shuriken Esports Kamikaze. Some very nice looking logos for both of these teams, which I always appreciate. It makes the whole screen look that much nicer, but let's turn our attention away from that and talk about these two teams. Because Paul's Day Off, they are undefeated right now. 4-0, 100% game win percentage. They have not dropped a single game. Not up to this point, at least. Part of that is because they have 2 forfeit wins over 1UP Gaming and Bushlight Bong. So they had an easy start to the season, but then a 3-0 win against Coastal, and then a 3-0 win against Ball Shooters. Means that they are currently, they're in a pretty great state right now. 4 wins from 4. Can't complain about that at all. And on the other side, you've got Shuriken Esports Kamikaze. They're 3-1. Their last week, not the greatest, as they narrowly lost to 1UP Gaming last Tuesday on this stream. That was a 2-3 occasion in favor of 1UP Gaming, but before that, Kamikaze had been undefeated. Week 1 win over Ball Shooters, week 2 win over Smelly Gang, and then beating Force Game 3-0 the following week. And they had a great start. They're trying to bounce back after a tough loss. We'll see if they can make it happen. Let's get everybody in. We'll be ready to go. Oops. JDM, what are you doing? What are you doing up at this hour? How are you doing? Isn't it like 5 in the morning for you? Not 5 in the morning. Like 3 in the morning for you? Something like that? Shouldn't you be asleep? The tier that we have up next is Tier 2 Division 6. And, oh, everybody's gonna go. Cool. Awesome. Both of these teams, they're ready to show what they are worth as we close in on the playoff spots. JDM, I'm a big boy. I have no bedtime. Fair enough. Fair enough. But we've got Paul's Day Off versus Shuriken Esports Kamikaze. So despite it being very late for you, you are just in time for an exciting matchup. Paul's Day Off, they're 4-0, and they are going to put themselves at 1-0 to get this game started. Cody slams it off the back wall, and Critters can't get a read, and Ankles just 50s it all the way through. 13 seconds, and Paul's Day Off, they're already 1 goal up. Shuriken Esports Kamikaze, they're 3-1 at the moment. Looking to go 4-1, make them even with Paul's Day Off. Now, Paul's Day Off, they haven't lost a single game So 6 of those game wins have been from forfeits. 6 of those game wins have been well earned. We'll see if they can add another 3 to the well earned column. And Cody, a good quick turnaround, and Unwound Panda has to come in and hit the ball away past midfield. Angles gets a 50, but it's to Hodge Lodge. Pops it up. Mitch News is already up. It's a shot towards the side. And it's blocked away by Cody. Unwound Panda with possession. Pushes it to the corner. Cody's there. Pushes it to the side wall. Hodge Lodge pops it up. And Angles is going to be there for the beat. Tried going for a unconventional 50. Or play. I'm not quite sure what that was, but throw the 50, putting their ball or putting their car towards the side. Not bad, but normally you just go straight on. Critter, the turn, and gets demoed by Angles, so they'll have a chance to recover. Although it won't be that much longer if they're gonna keep giving the ball away like that. JDM, thank you for the follow. To Hodge Lodge looking for it, and Angles is going to come in, and it's going to be a transition for Paulsdale. Can they get it back into the middle? Cody pinches it on the back wall, and it's going to be too quick for Angles. Paulsdale going to keep the 1-goal lead, but it could have been 2. Those touches just hadn't been so heavy. We also have a 4-0 in our record, except we're 0-4. No worries, JDM. Mitch News tries to send it towards the target. Hodge Lodge does get the save for a nice touch. Doesn't immediately give it back to the team at a great angle. Oh, and Panda going off the sidewall and can't get the touch. The transitions will have to be better from Kamikaze if they want to get back into this game, because Hodge and Critter are going to combine, and it's narrowly wide. Unwound Panda with the big 50 as they continue their search for a first goal in this game and in this series. Angles 1v1 with Hodge Lodge, but the orange player does the better of the two in that situation. Well, Mitch News' tap down was actually pretty close. I didn't think that he'd be able to redirect it on target. They make up for the whiff of the demo on one of their opponents. When Eevee Starquake has a better record, you know you're doing bad. Hey. Not entirely wrong. We did get our first win, though. Our first real win. So, 2-2. I'm sorry, 2-3. Yeah, 2-3. Critter to the inside zone, one Panda! And they just couldn't connect. It was so close to being a fantastic passing play. Cody, the catch. Dangerous position. I don't know why they decided to do that. But Kamikaze is handed a lifeline in game number 1. Cody just should have gotten the touch away. Maybe they tried to keep it close so they could get a better 50, but it did not go as planned. And with 34 seconds left on the clock, it is tied up. Angles to the backboard. Hodge Lodge booms it downfield. Angles to the inside. 10 seconds left. Is there going to be a last goal? A last-ditch goal. Angles tries going for the 50 in front of the orange net. Cody can't push it back inside. Mitch could have an opportunity off the backboard, but Hodge Lodge gets a touch. And that will mean overtime. between these two sides. Really, it should have been Paul's day off, taking the 1-0 lead, but a bad mistake on defense gave Kamikaze some hope, and they're going to look to pounce on it in overtime by finding the first goal. Critter sends one on target, touched away well by Cody. Makes it difficult to get a follow-up shot, and Panda was trying to get something inside, just kind of got stuck on the ball. Hodgepodge looking for demos. Panda to the goal, and it's narrowly wide. Eagles going for a bumper demo, and Critter turns away from it, and Cody just does not have the ball possession to get any sort of flick or drive the ball towards the net. Eagles pressuring without boost. They managed to pick up the mid. He's going to fall to Cody. Angles to the backboard. It's moving too much to the side. No double tap for them. The Hodgepodge fakes out Cody. They've got the dribble. They're going to take it all the way through. And one poor mistake from Paul's day off has cost them their undefeated game record. Coming into this one, they had not dropped a single game. 4 series won, 12 games won, but now they have dropped one, ruining their undefeated game win record. Oh, what could have been. But Kamikaze comes out on top. How big will the ramifications be of that misplay? Because Paul's day off, I felt, was pretty in control. 7 saves. It's not. I thought Paul's day off looked comfortable on defense. I didn't, despite Kamikaze having a lot of shots, I didn't think that Paul's day off was really struggling. But we'll see how these teams take advantage of game number 2. Paul's day off, obviously, be a little bit upset that they ended up losing that one, despite holding on to the lead for most of the game. Kamikaze, they're going to look to build on this momentum. And, oh, that is the wrong scoreboard. There we go. I was drinking some water real quick, but what a save from Hodgepodge. And what a transition from Hodgepodge. They stop it dang near on the goal line, flick it past one, get a good touch past Cody. Slots it bottom corner, 15 seconds. One counterattack was all it took for Kamikaze to get on the board. Angles gets bumped from their initial challenge, but they're in a good position to latch on to Cody's touch. You pop it over to the backboard. It doesn't look like they'll be able to follow it up themselves as Hodgepodge gets there first. Back touch from the orange team. Panda trying to continue sending it. Hodgepodge, the fake, it almost got completely under the opponent. Almost, but not quite. Panda to the backboard. Critter does well to cut at midfield to make sure that Paul's day off doesn't have a chance to counterattack of their own. Critter sending it down! Oh my goodness. What a pass for Kamikaze. They just couldn't get the finishing touch on the end of it. It was falling right in front of the blue net, ripe for the picking. They just couldn't get a hand on it. Curtis 50 with Cody keeps that one out to the sidewall. Decent touch from on Panda, but Angles is up for it. Taps it down. A brilliant save from Critter. Hodgepodge on the transition. It's past Mitch News. It's off the side post, and Hodgepodge with the finish. A second counter attack for Kamikaze and a second goal on the board. And a second goal for Hodgelodge as they were able to get the follow-up, ensure that that one went to the net. Kamikaze doing very well in this second game. Pulse-Off not looking the comfortable team that I thought they were in the first half of game number 1. Perhaps the defensive error has messed with their mental game a little bit. And I'm sure losing that game after holding on to it for so long doesn't help either. Not going to stop trying, though. Hodgelodge was looking for a third goal. They might be able to get an assist off the backboard. No, Panda also to the backboard. Critter's up, and that is going to be a third one for Critter. I would argue it's the most well-worked play Kamikaze has had up to this point in the series. From the ground to the backboard, where Hodgelodge was waiting to tap it down again. And the ball got sent to the backboard again. And then there was somebody with the finish. And that's going to be number 4 for Kamikaze. They are firing on all cylinders right now. Despite hitting the last 30 seconds and overtime to find those 2 goals for the win in game number 1, they are taking this one by the scruff of the neck. 4 goals in the first 3 minutes. It's looking dangerous for Pulse-Off, as they need to settle in and get some momentum going quickly, or else this series could seriously get out of hands before they even have a chance to get back into it. I like the touch from Ingles. I'll be honest, I take that shot a lot myself, but it was a good retreat from Kamikaze to deny it, and they are just so deadly on the counter. Chasing it all the way down. Cody's hesitation of gaining ball control leaves it for Critter to send to the middle and unwound Panda there first. 5-0 for Kamikaze. A vastly different game for both teams in the second part of this series compared to game number 1. Critter to the sidewall. Angle's trying to get it inside, but not getting those touches. It's almost over Cody. Touch the backboard. Hodgelodge is up, taps it down, and it's not really going towards the net. Mitch News is able to take it up. Pass in midfield. Cody putting on quick pressure. Angles is hanging out too far back, and Mitch News was also in the corner. I'm not sure that having a third man go there would actually have been the right decision. But at this point, you got to try to get something going on offense. Something that works. Something that will get past Kamikaze. Because Kamikaze's defense has settled in from the earlier parts of game number 1. They gave up that goal to Pulse-Off. A fairly quick one, too. Haven't given one up since. Nearly 10 minutes, I believe, since they've been scored on. Can they get the final beat? Mitch News stays strong. Backflips might still be able to capitalize. It wasn't convincing from Hodgelodge. Angle's going up for it. It blocked well by Critter. Panda went up for it. Doesn't get there. Cody gets a touch. It bounces off of Panda, and that will be game number 2. And the second one in favor of Kamikaze. Let's catch up with the chat. Really hoping for a playoff matchup against you guys. We'll see. We got to get there first, but I know you know already, but we're going against the number 1 team next week, so not exactly ideal. We ended up beating Phantom, one of the N7 teams that's in there. Whatever one of the N7 teams was there. See, we've got fans for both I'm sorry. We have fans for Kamikaze. Where are the fans for Paul's Day Off? Let me know where you're at in the chat room, because that could be why Kamikaze feeling the support. Knowing that they've got some people watching them. And we saw Hodgelodge leave the game real quick and come back on in. Hopefully it wasn't a connection issue. Maybe they just wanted to change their car. I don't really know, because I haven't really been paying attention to the cars. But either way, they are back. No substitutions for either side. Paul's Day Off still believe that they can take this one. Kamikaze gonna stick to what works. Air dribble gets a little bit further away from Mitch News than they were hoping. Had to go for the 50. Hodgelodge downfield. Angles gives that one up on Mount Panda to the backboard. Hodgelodge was up, and so was their third. Mitch News trying to create a counterattack for Paul's Day Off to the backboard. Cody's there! Top corner! Off both posts! And Cody finally is able to put it away. Paul's Day Off. It's an early goal for them. Just the response that they needed. It's a good start for Paul's Day Off. Getting that goal can surely do them some good. Especially since they were unable to find one in that last game. Really rough one at that. Angles continues their carry along the sidelines. Puts it to the backboard, trying to set up one of their teammates, but Mitch News isn't there close enough. The pass wasn't really that strong either. Would have been a risk diving in on that one. It was probably the right decision. Critter to the sidewall. Cody was able to get a slight touch, and it messed up Hodgelodge trying to get on the end of it. They almost get on the end of that pass from Panda. That would have been a nice play as well. But they're going to have to continue searching for the first goal of game number 3 for them. Paul's Day Off could be set for another grandstand finish. If they can't find that second goal, they'll have to play some incredible defense to prevent Kamikaze from getting back into it. Oh, and of course, Critter has a response. Hodgelodge feels like they've been all over the place, and they set up that one. Really is up to the Paul defense, putting that one into a prime position for Kamikaze. But they take advantage of those. And just before halftime, Kamikaze have gotten themselves back into this game. Back to level terms. Can they bring it back into a lead? Josh to Panda. Gets past Angles. Looking for the dunk on Cody. Who does well to not put it into one of the orange cars. Cody, the touchdown to Angles. Critter to Hodgelodge. We toss it down. Panda's there for it, and Mitch News with the goal line save to keep it at 1 apiece for both of these teams. Angles off the backboard to the midfield, and it's put up for another one for Panda to latch onto. They're getting these passes in. I love to see them just inches away from making some crazy shots and some beautiful plays happen. Kamikaze starting to put on some pressure, though, on the blue defense. Starting to have the ball a little bit more than they did in the first half of the game. Angles with a big dunk. Looking to follow up to the backboard. Cody to the corner. Cleared away well by Critter. Can Paul's day off stop scoring whenever I go to drink water? Seriously, it's an issue, but Angles, with just over a minute left, has put Paul's day off back into the lead. Can they hang on to it? Some major question, but the answer is going to be a big fat no. As Critter has a great touch off the sidewall, it hangs up in the air, and a wonderful double tap to slam it to the goal line. Kamikaze, they want this sweep, and they want it badly. They've taken 2 games off of Paul's day off, something that no other team has done up to this point. No other team has even taken 1 game off of them. And Kamikaze could be set to shake up some of the higher places in this Tier 2 Division 6 ladder. Oh, unknown Panda looking for the narrow angle after a defensive error from Cody. Angles does well to get in front of it and clear it away. Another unconvincing touch from Cody. Critter almost slipped it through, as there is a demo on the last offender. But the defense was able to recover, and we will have overtime for the second game in this series. Game number 1 was Kamikaze's favor, and it was followed up by a 5-0 thumping of the blue team in game number 2. And Kamikaze go 2 for 2 on overtimes, and then 3-0 in the series and close it out. Or do Paul's day off still have something left in the tank? Pop up from Angles. Pushed up is Cody. Big 50 on Mitch News. On Panda. Turning for it. Going for the dunk. It's going to backboard. Hodgedodge backflips because they need to make sure that they can get a touch back inside. Cody has a touch to the corner. Hodgedodge leaves it for Critter. Oh, the follow-up, and it rolls wide from Critter. Cody with possession. Pressured early by Hodgedodge, so they can't make anything of it. Mitch, past one. Trying to beat Critter, and they can't. Critter is very speedy to these aerial plays. Redirect. Slightly off target. Another player coming in. Oh, it's water falling off the backboard. Mitch News is going to be there first. Critter. Is there a second double tap? It's to the side post, and Kamikaze wins it off 2 major double taps from Critter 06. The first one coming off that sidewall, leading to the double tap, and this one coming from the center of the pitch. A sweep for Kamikaze and Paul's day off. Their first game losses of the circuit and their first series loss as well. Both of these teams going to be 4-1 heading into next week. And a very special shout out to Critter, not only for the double taps in this game, but ending with 690 score. That deserves a medal. A statement game for Kamikaze, a statement game for Critter. And to get 690 points is a very nice achievement. But a lot of respect between these two teams, as games 1 and 3 were extremely close. Maybe up for a different day, Paul's day off. maybe they'd have some better luck, but Kamikaze on the day looked the better team, especially with that 2-0, or I'm sorry, with that 5-0 slam in game number 2. But both these teams going to be teams to look out for in Division 6 come playoff time in just, what, 10 days? 11 days? Let's say Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Roughly a little less than 2 weeks. So certainly be keeping an eye on both of these teams. Especially if they can make some deep runs and go up against each other again. That would be crazy. That would be an exciting series for sure. Awesome. I just realized I still have my sandwich here. I probably need to throw that away. Oh well. Yeah. Cool. Well, let's see. So we do have one more match starting in exactly an hour. Escape Velocity Atlas versus Mafia Pink. And that's going to be another 3v3 US East matchup. Tier 3 Division 15. That's where that one's coming out of. And I am going to... I'm going to go offline real quick and kill the stream real quick. Lower my bitrate for the stream so maybe we can stop dropping so many frames. But yeah, I hope that you come back, stick around real quick, because once I lower that bitrate, I will be back online. I'll be playing probably some Rumble. And then we'll do that until our next game. I will bring it back just for that. I gotta thank Unwound Panda for dropping the tip. Oh, cool! It works in Stream Elements too. For a while, I couldn't read who, because I have like Streamlabs, and then like the screens are smaller, and then of course the tip is somewhat like in the corner of the screen. I couldn't read it for like the longest time. So now that I have Stream Elements that can just tell me in chat who dropped the tip, that is amazing. But Unwound Panda, thank you for the tip, much appreciated. It was a great series.